yeah, I wouldn't want to be here either. But today's video is all about emptying the black tank in the RV into the sewer drain. Let me show you how I do that and give you some tips on how to keep your black tank happy so you have happier travel in your RV. My name is Scott. Welcome to Go Small, Live Large, all about compact travel so you can explore more and have more fun doing it. Let me show you what the tank gauge says inside, and then we're gonna put the stinky slinky into the hole. So my tank gauge is right here. This is called One Place. This is what my Winnebago Travato came equipped with. This is the water pump on off, and then this is the tank level. So I'm gonna push tank level, and here's freshwater full, LP's half, gray waste is at 2/3, we'll empty that too. And then the black tank, which is toilet waste, can you see that? There it is full. I like to have it full because what I have found is that a full tank, and there's still probably at least another day-ish of capacity in the tank. Mine's about a 12-gallon black tank. By having a full tank, it siphons and sucks all the goop out of the black tank more readily. If you do it at like a third or a half, it doesn't have enough vacuum power and gravity to really unload your tank. So I wait till it says full, even though I still have probably easily another day worth of toilet capacity in the black tank. All right, let's get the gloves on and let's empty a tank. And stay to the end because I'm going to give you 5 specific tips I've learned over my many years of traveling in my camper van to keep your black tank happy so you have a happier spouse when they use the toilet. So what I like to do is ensure that there's nothing in the tube that will prevent a quick evacuation of the tank. I'm going to walk you through this here in just a minute. Let me get this set up. What I highly recommend is not having any distractions while you're doing this because you can make a mistake. I've done it, and you don't want any mistakes doing this deal here. So I take the cap off. It's empty. Secure it. And then I do a countdown. 1, 2, 3, go. And that's it. A few seconds, it's all done. Does it smell? Nope. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn on the Santi-flush so that it rinses the black tank, and then I'm gonna walk you through what I've done so far, and then we're gonna do the gray tank, and then we're gonna step inside, check the tank level, and give you my 5 tips on keeping your black tank and your spouse happy. So what's going on here is that this is fresh water being pumped into the Santi-flush, and this rinses the black tank out to help get all of the gook out of the tank. You can hear it going here, right? I let this run for a few minutes unless I'm in a real hurry. There's the black tank right there. And usually it says empty, sometimes it doesn't. I need to move the vehicle to kind of get some of the stuff off the sides. Let's go see what it says inside. My guess is it's gonna say 1/3 fill still, and that's okay. We'll drive it to the gym this afternoon, and that driving will shake some stuff loose off the sensors. But maybe we'll get a surprise. Let's see. Tank level says 1/3, not surprising. Next up is we are going to shake the hose to kind of get some of the stuff off, and we are going to empty the gray tank. Here's what I would recommend is having a separate gray tank tank duty hose, not fresh water, but this is gray for, I use it to wash the van. I use that to empty or rinse out the tank. You definitely want to use a water pressure regulator right here. You definitely want to have some good black tank gloves. These are heavy duty rubber gloves I got at Home Depot. And I've replaced the hose that came with my rig with a little bit longer to give me a little bit more distance from the tank connection to the hole here. What you don't want to have is a short hose and a far away hole. Now, if you've not seen my video on how I do all the storage here, that's a separate video. We'll put it right here for you so you can see how I store all my gear. This used to be on the inside of my van in the utility closet, and now it's all in my RVer van gear expedition box with my cool bike rack and a spare tire. This is all new to my van in the last year. Love this setup. What you want to make sure you do is that the valve is open when you're rinsing out your tank. Otherwise, you're filling your tank full of water and defeating the whole purpose of emptying your tank. What I like to do is give a little shake of the hose here to kind of clean off the inside. Let me know if you're doing this differently. Again, there's no smell, no odor, no gases, no mess. All right, let's turn off the rinse water and do the gray water tank. So we close the black tank gently but firmly, and then I pull the gray tank. And I have a pump on mine to empty the gray tank. So here it goes. And here again, I'm kind of shaking off the stuff on the inside with clean-ish soapy water from shower and sink. So what I like to do at this point is I've done emptying the tank. I'm going to let it kind of drain naturally here. And while I do that, let it do that, I'm going to put away my Sanitary flush hose so it has a few extra minutes to drain completely. Learn anything? Give us a thumb up. Sure appreciate that. Let me know if you prefer a traditional wet flush toilet in a black tank, or a cassette toilet, or a dry flush toilet by Lavio. There's no water, no systems, no thing like that. Been using mine for many, many years, since 2018, October, and it's never let me down. Let's wrap up the hose. Gray hose put away. Let's take off the stinky slinky. We'll jump inside and give you some tips. Again, I close the valve firmly but gently. Sometimes I give a little nudge with my knee. We'll disconnect it, and you can see there's just soapy water. No big deal. Put the cap on, give the hose a little shaky shake. Now there's always a little water trapped in there, so I kind of stand back. And that's all she wrote. What I love about this height of the storage, which goes into the inside of the van, obviously, is that it's not down here. It's up here at a normal height, along with some of the other utility connections. A lot of these have all that stuff down here, and you're kind of on your hands and knees. I prefer this. Maybe you do too. I don't know. We'll put the cap back on, and that's it. Tank duty is done. That would be emptying the black and the gray tank. Ooh, it's hot out here. This is summer, August 2024. Thanks for putting up with my sweaty body. Okay, let's jump inside where it's a little cooler. Put these away and give you my 5 tips. Now I always put these in the same way every time, so there's no or very little cross-contamination. Goes into the bucket, lid goes on, and that's it. Happy to say that the tank gauge now says empty on both gray and black. That's what we like to see. Let me show you my 5 tips right there for a happier black tank and a happier travel experience. Number 1 thing you want to do is put some water in the toilet bowl. Why is this important? So you kind of create a slurry at the bottom of the bowl so the toilet paper doesn't stick to the bottom of the tank. So I put in anywhere from half a bowl to a bowl. The toilet tank, or the toilet bowl here, holds about a gallon of water when it's up to the point right here. So I'm going to call that good. That's about a half a gallon. Because I pee in here all the time, I'm going to put lots of liquid in. This is the tip number 2 is toilet chemicals. This is the brand I've been using for years. I like it. There's lots of toilet chemicals. Let me get this unzipped. Here we go. This stuff can be found at Walmart and on Amazon, of course. I put 2 packets into the toilet because I like its fresh, clean scent. So water in bowl, chemical in bowl, flush, done. Tip number 3 is about toilet tissue. I store my toilet tissue right here, very handy to the action. This is Scott's brand, no relation to me. This is a see-through kind of toilet paper. It's single ply, it's really flimsy, but you know what? It's really great for RVs because it comes apart really easily. Only use RV toilet paper or this Scott's brand, single ply. Everything else will clog your tank. We don't want any clogs. Tip number 4 is wiping and flushing. All right, because this is a RV toilet, not a traditional residential toilet, you don't have a bunch of water waiting for you or flushing down the toilet. So what I've learned over the years is that I wipe and then I put it in the bowl, drop it in the bowl, and then I flush while seated. So let me give you a demonstration. This is about as much as I would use. Yeah, I'm a kind of organized guy, so that's how I do it. I'm going to stand up. Let's assume I've wiped my butt. And I'm going to show you then, I put it into the toilet. I'll lift this so you can see this more readily. And I let it fall into the toilet. I give it a little shot while I'm seated. Like that, so it soaks up the water. And then I let it go down with each wipe. So important. And what that does is that every wipe is then separated and flushed. What you do not want is a mountain of toilet tissue at the bottom of the bowl, then you're trying to force it in through water and gravity. You're going to waste water. You're going to have a big clump of poo paper at the bottom of it, and that's going to break up really slowly, and you're going to have an unhappy tank experience. So my recommendation is flush each wipe. Speaking of wipes, tip number 5 is these never go into your tank. What I do is I use the toilet for number 2, and then this is full size, non-flushable. See right there, it says do not flush. Do not flush. This never goes into your tank. The only thing that goes into the tank is waste and this stuff. And I use these non-flushable ones because they're bigger, they're stronger, and this goes into the trash when I'm done wiping my bottom. You'll be surprised, or maybe not, you actually get a lot off your bottom using these after you've used this. So that's how I keep myself fresh and clean while traveling in my RV. So I hope you've enjoyed how to empty a black tank. I've been doing this for many, many years, and I've just found great value in having a traditional wet flush black tank toilet. I've tried some of the others, and I just find this to be much more practical. And by the way, I'm a solo traveler. You might ask how many times do I have to empty my tank. I use my toilet tank every day. In fact, I will pee someplace else, but I will poop only in my van. That's the way I roll. I can go for about 5 to 7 days on a single tank, and on the gray water about the same, about 6 to 7 days. And I shower my van probably once, twice a week. Fresh water lasts me about the same amount of time. So 4 times a month I go through that process, and it's super, super easy. Be sure to watch the other videos we've made on how to clean your tank with ice, how I organize my storage box on the back of my van, and other videos, place to go, cooking videos, and a whole bunch of stuff. Thanks for watching, really appreciate it. We'll see you soon. All right, that turned out pretty good, I think. Let's do some iced coffee. What? You're still here? Thanks for watching to the end. Put a Finnish flag emoji in the comments. And be sure, please, always to wash your hands after doing tank duty. Spread love, not germs. Oh, yeah.